What's up, guys? Scottish Snipe here. PS4 NAEPOD forever. Gonna be showing you my MagBlade build. I just got back in the ESO just recently, so I've been in PvP the last week. Got my little build set up. It's pretty good. It's working really good. So here we go. I'm gonna start out with my armor sets. I'm wearing five-piece rattle cage. 2-piece Grothar, head and shoulders Grothar obviously, and my jewelry is willpower. Now I have impen on every piece except for my legs, which I'll be putting impen on that when I get it. If you want to get the rattle cage armor, you get that through doing Vaults of Madness. You can do it on normal or vet, and you can honestly solo it on normal or vet. Aside from that, we have willpower. I have recovery on one piece, spell damage on the other 2 pieces. You can also get your rattle cage. You can get that, or I'm sorry, not the rattle cage, the Grothar. You also get that from Vaults of Madness, so it's easier to get it on vet. But yeah, I ended up getting lucky with my shoulders. I have the Grothar shoulders impen as well. And it's 7-piece heavy, no light, no medium whatsoever. My weapon setup, I have a Maelstrom Inferno staff that's sharpened. I have a Maelstrom Restoration staff that is defending. I have poisons on both bars simply because the fact that you get the second trait from your Maelstrom weapon. So if I take this off, the 189 spell damage that I'm getting from that. Look at my character sheet, I have 2850. When I place that poison back on, whoops, wrong poison. Is that the wrong poison? That's the right poison. I place that poison back on, still at 2850 spell damage. So while I don't get the Wall of Elements enchant, I still do get the spell damage because who the fuck's gonna use the Wall of Elements in PvP? As far as my character stats go, now I'm pushing 37.7k max mag, 23.6k health, and 10k stamina. My recovery is so high because of the food I'm using. I'll get into that in a second. My spell damage, that's staying up at 2850. I don't have to buff that simply because of the rattle cage. The rattle cage gives me max health, spell damage, and increases my spell damage by 20% at all times, as well as giving me 97 spell damage on top of that. So that's where I get my spell damage buff. Spell damage honestly doesn't look that high. The crit definitely doesn't look that high, but when you see the videos about how it actually goes down and the damage you're doing and how fast you're doing the damage, none of that really matters. My spell and physical resistance is decent on this bar. My crit resistance is at 22, 27. On my back bar at the defending, my stats are a little bit higher for my resistances. Spell damage goes down, and sadly my crit goes up. The only difference is I have about 500 more health on this bar though. It's the biggest difference. The drink, or the food I'm using right now is... it's the new food that came with the Halloween event. The increased max health and max magic recovery. You can also just do max health and max magicka, or you can do the try food. I need the recovery myself. I love having magic recovery. I hate having to do heavy attacks to get the recovery back, but with 7-piece heavy, when I do a heavy attack with my resto staff, I'm actually getting a whole lot of resources back for that. So that's my go-to when I do run out of resources completely. As far as for my max stam, how I go about breaking CC and all that, I'm using potions, which everyone should be using. Potions I'm using right now to get my stam back up when I am overusing it is my movability potion, That way I'm immune to knockbacks and disabling effects for 15.7 seconds. I get the speed boost for almost 50 seconds and the instant max stamina and stamina recovery for 47.6 seconds. Aside from that, when I run out of magicka completely and I'm in the middle of a fight and I can pop a potion, I use my tripods just to pretty much get my magicka back and get a basis to regain resources and start the fight all over again. As far as my move setup goes, I'm using Crippling Grasp, using that to immobilize people, and as well as putting a dot on people. I'm using Crushing Shock and weaving that with my heavy attacks. Impale for the execution, Merciless Resolve for the 8% extra damage for 20 seconds, and also for the ethereal bow you get after doing 4 light or heavy attacks. I have my Fear, and then the Dream ultimate, Eye of the Flame. On the back bar I have Concealed Weapon. This is for when I use my Shadow Disguise, I go stealth, I get my crit hit. I use my crit hit for Concealed Weapon from stealth to stun someone again, and then I usually switch over, put them a crippling grasp on them to immobilize them, burn them down. The poison, when my poison hits, with the poison being stamina potions, they're breaking that using way more stamina. By the time they do get out of my immobilize and my stun, they're used up so much of their stamina because they're trying to get out of my burn, and the next thing I do after that is I am fearing them, and then they're running around and they just have absolutely no resources unless they pop the potion or a movability pot. But yeah, Concealed Weapon, I'm also using that for the speed boost while stealth because that's super crucial for a Magic Nightblade. Double Take, I'm using that for the dodge chance, 20% dodge chance for 26 seconds, and as well as the movement speed. And then I have my heal, and my shield, and my Soul Tether. Soul Tether's there because I need a siphoning ability on that bar. The siphoning ability, if you look at the passives, you get increased 8% max magicka while siphoning ability is slotted. So I mean, if I took that off, I'd be losing 8% of the max magicka that I do have right now. I'm not using Inner Light. I don't care for the extra max magicka, nor the crit with how this build is doing. If you're a player that can play like that with less recovery, then so be it. I would totally do that because you're going to be putting out even more damage than I am. But Soul Tether's another oh shit move, and there's a fucking Zerg all over you and you just need to hit the oh shit button. Soul Tether's definitely one of those buttons if you have it at the time. Pretty much will instantly heal me up if I'm in a Zerg or in any type of situation like that, and it also gives a stun, so it gives me a little chance to pop a potion potentially and run away. Aside from that, my champion point setup, I have 87 in the Magician for the 14.7% reduced magic cost, 90 in the Arcanist, 23.2% magic recovery, and 10 into Tenacity. This is helping with wearing heavy armor because with heavy armor, like I said, and having a resto staff, you do a heavy attack and you're getting a lot of resources back. Now I'm getting 4% more just for dropping, what, 2.8% max magic recovery, which isn't that huge of a difference. 30 in the Elfborn, 85 in the Elemental Expert, and 30 to increase spell penetration by 1761. I'm using Staff Expert, 6.6 extra damage for my light and heavy attacks with my staves. That's crucial just for your weaves, and Shattering Blows is probably the most crucial champion point slot I have because it's giving me an extra 10% to people with damage shields, which is pretty much every magicka class as well as any stamina class that got a shield placed on them by a magicka class or any weird hybrid stam class that would have a shield. This is for them. That's an extra 10% damage against them at that time. I have 30 in the Resistance to increase my critical resistance, 100 in the Hardy, 57 in the Elemental Defender. The reason I do this, put so much more in the Hardy, is because I'd rather see spells getting smacked at me where I can dodge them rather than a fucking bow and arrow coming at me or a focused aim, anything like that, lethal arrow, in cap, surprise attack, any of those moves that people like using from stealth. I'd rather be able to sustain that hit more than a move that I can visually see coming at me. But yeah, that's my champion point setup. As far as how this build plays out, if you want to see how this build plays out, I'll leave a few links in the description of the PvPing I've been doing over this past week. I have 2 videos up right now. As I put more videos up, I'll throw them in the description. But this setup's really good. I mean, I can 1vx, I can run in the middle of crowds and blow people up with my Destro ulti. You can 1v1 with this build very easily. This build is just a really pissing off type of build. It's not too cheesy, other than the Destro ulti, I would say, but I mean, it's just a build that you can really sustain heavy while doing a lot of damage output very fast, and really while just stunning and CCing, just doing any type of piss off moves to your opponents. But yeah, as I said, I'll be putting other links in the description. If you like what you see, like and subscribe, please. And as far as this video goes, that's the end of it, so until next time.
Quit swinging from my nuts!